All right. Okay, here we go. Let's record it now, and I will start it in... Pull that over here. Okay. It begins... Oh, you know what, though? Let's turn off notifications. There we go. All right. It begins in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS... What? Oh.
You wrote it.
I know, I can do it again. Okay. Coming up on... Here we go. Coming up on... Oh, my gosh. Coming up on TMS, does no pot make Scott a square boy?
We have rules for filmmaking.
Here's your bag of cash, lady.
Presidential hair.
Gross. Emma Watson goes full Disney.
Xmen TV show coming to Fox.
Fitness Geek.
Jury duty.
A couple of calls and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
Hi, I'm Jim Martindale, and I'd like to introduce you to the Garden Weasel. It's a revolutionary 5-in-1 tool that makes gardening fun and easy. The Garden Weasel's 3 rotary blades mesh with a scissor action to break up topsoil. They uproot young weeds before they get a start. That mixes the weeds and leaves into the soil, and that's a mulch, and that's beneficial to your garden. The Weasel cultivates to a uniform 2-inch depth, protecting your plant's roots. Remove the center blade for cultivating around seedling rows and young bedding plants and vegetables.
It's still real to me, damn it!
A great pair of nerd glasses in about an hour. This is the Morning Stream.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Morning Stream. This is TMS, post the edition that I'm not sure we can ever top, according to everyone out there. So maybe you just give up now. Did we peak?
Fantastic.
Did we have peak TMS yesterday? Was that it?
No. I mean, it's a new high for us. But we just keep getting better and better.
People were thoroughly entertained by me laying bare my life, and that's fine. I just don't know how you follow that up, because I don't know that this is, in the history of the show, never had so much feedback after a single episode, especially in the first day of its release. Like,
wow.
Stacks of emails, tons of Twitter things, bunch of Facebook stuff just kind of came out of the woodwork and was a nice reminder that A, people are listening to the show, and then B, occasionally we unearth some primordial something in people, but I don't know how to top it. So
yeah, it was definitely a water cooler moment, right? Yeah. I mean, this is if there were still offices in this world, and people who gathered around in offices to talk about what they just saw or heard or did or read or whatever, this would be one of those water cooler moments.
Sure. The water cooler in question, the thing you put the big blue bottle on top of, that thing. I tried to have one of those. I tried to own one.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it because every time you'd run out, you'd have to put a new thing up on top, right?
Sure. And
that's a giant pain, and I would spill it all over the house every time we would have to do it. So that turned out to be a real bad idea at our house.
You can get some decent ones that have a little plastic, for lack of a better word, diaphragm.
Oh, yeah, diaphragm.
That stays on there until you plop it on the little spigot, and then the diaphragm just gets basically pushed into the water.
Oh, that makes sense. Like a little one-way stopper kind of thing.
Yes, exactly.
Well, we didn't back in my day.
Yes.
Back in the heady days of 03, we didn't have that type. No, that wasn't an option. Well, I mean, it may have been one, but I was cheap and I had the kind that just poured in and it sucked. I hated it.
Deep Rock.
Yeah, right?
I don't hear about Deep Rock anymore. They still...
I don't know.
Whatever happened to Deep Rock?
What's up with Deep Rock? You know they had talent. All right, well, I got a question for you. Before we blow out the rules for our 30-second film festival. I've had a few people say that this is a lot like other people have done things like this. I didn't know others were doing like little shorty film festivals.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this was
like who?
Unknown to me. Just a few people on Twitter. Somebody said that NSFW used to do this. Well, we'll ask Jerry today. I was unaware of this.
We did it first, people.
Yeah, I think we may have been the first ones in 2012. And if we
just
weren't,
haven't done it in a while.
Yeah. But then again, this is the internet and nothing's first.
Well, of course.
There's two things I've learned.
Guy in the forums that says first.
Yeah, I mean, so I have learned these two things. Number one, rarely is anything first anymore, and that's fine. Everything's people can still come up with an original idea. It just turns out someone else had it too. and that's fine. And now we know about it because everyone can post it, right? So it's a different world. Kind of used to be that way anyway. We just didn't know about it, but now we know. Okay, so that's number one. The second thing I learned this week, I think, is the thing I forgot just now. What was I going to say? Something about the internet.
Being first.
Being first, but there was another thing. It was like that, but it was something else. Oh, I know what it was. We have got to stop. We have to start stopping. We have to start stopping saying or being shocked when somebody hasn't heard, seen, or listened to something. Because we now live in a time where we should no longer be shocked if somebody says, "Oh yeah, I've never seen Doctor Who." We shouldn't gasp in shock and awe. Like when you say, "I never saw Knight Rider growing up," it's on me to not gasp, because here's the deal: we have so many choices, so many things being forced upon us, so many options to play, to listen, to watch, to stream, to see. Like it's constant barrage of things vying for our attention. It should no longer be shocking that certain people haven't seen certain things.
That's true.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like we should quit acting like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you didn't see." Well, no. How about the 500 things you didn't see we just didn't ask you about, you know? Like there's no way to fit it all in. We should just accept the fact that, "Oh, Brian's never seen
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard. He should sit down and binge on it," you know?
Right.
I'm not.
Right. And if he doesn't like it, it's okay.
It's okay if he doesn't like it. It's okay to like things that you like and not have everyone like the same things you like.
That's right. Well, there needs to be a term for this, like the great internet acceptance.
I like where you're headed. The Internet Acceptance Coalition.
It doesn't make a nifty little acronym, though.
Internet Acceptance Coalition, the IAC.
The IAC, the Internet Acceptance Coalition. I love it.
That's not bad. All right, so we'll get the T-shirts going, and we'll let you guys know when you can get them. All right. So I got a question for you. This happened on Twitter, and I don't quite know how to respond to it. I think it kind of makes sense after reading the guy's Twitter bio. But somebody said to me yesterday, "I really like you, Scott."
Oh, no.
Or no, I know what it is.
Boy, when it begins with that, it's trouble.
I know. So here's what I wrote. I did a tweet yesterday that said, I want to word this exactly the way I worded it. Hold on. It is tweets. Okay, just looking at my backlog here. Okay. Oh, I should have had this ready because I tweeted a lot yesterday. Winter Soldier, which I watched again. Okay, great. That was great, by the way. Okay, here it is. I said, "For a guy who never smoked pot, I sure do love that smoke weed every day song." Okay, that's what I wrote.
Okay.
And you know the song,
okay,
right?
You're right?
Smoke weed every day. You've heard it before. Anyway.
I don't know if I have, but...
Oh, all right. It's a good song. It's cool.
It's not the Afro Man thing, right? Not
No.
the Because I Got High? Okay.
No. That's a good one, too. But I like that smoke weed every day song. I just think it's catchy and fun and whatever. And so that was just the joke. Like, yeah, I've never smoked weed, but hey, man, I just got the,
Sure.
So anyway, that's all I was saying. Guy wrote back and he goes, "Scott, I like you and all, but you sure are square."
Oh.
So now here's my question.
All right.
If one decides, I don't care who, me or anyone else, decides not to smoke pot, why does that make them, I mean, I'm assuming square is used in a pejorative way here. Like it's not meant as a positive response to something. It's meant to say, you freaking, what's another word for it? Like you freaking pansy, I guess.
You straight-laced prude.
Yeah, you prude. You won't smoke a little pot or whatever. And this has been my experience my whole life. I made a decision when I was pretty young that I didn't really want much to do with alcohol or drugs. And that is to say, I never had any, and I didn't want it. And it was a decision I made. Nobody told me to do it. Nobody made me. I watched my friends puke in their cars, and I went, I don't think that's for me. I think I don't want that. And I just kind of at a very fundamental level don't like things that alter my state, except, when the doctor makes me do it and I record it and I play it on the show. That's the only time I like it. Actually, I didn't even like that. But anyway, the point is this. I didn't like it. I made a decision. It was a conscious decision made by a relatively mature, young, early teen, and I stuck with it. Now, I don't see how that's a problem for anyone else. Like, why is that a problem for anyone? Why do they care? Why is that? Is it this, Brian? Is it them?
Because it's the only way that they can justify it to themselves if everybody else is doing it.
Well, this guy's bio said he was in Seattle and that he is a light beer and marijuana connoisseur. That's what it said in his bio.
Huh. Or is it light beer and marijuana connoisseur?
That's a really good question. He seemed. Well, let me think now. How was light spelled? It would be funny if it was Light.
L-I-T-E, yeah.
It'd be really funny. Anyway,
light marijuana, half the calories of normal marijuana.
Yeah, I like
all
light
the flavor.
I like light bulbs and the study of light. I like beer and I like marijuana.
I like light beer.
Anyway, so the point being, he obviously had a little bit of an axe to grind because the dude's a quote unquote marijuana connoisseur, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever that means. And I don't understand why people feel the need to justify their decision, which is fine with me. Do whatever you want. I'm not judging him at all.
Sure,
It's not like I read his bio and went, I really like you, but
smoker.
you're such a stoner sometimes.
Such a hippie.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I didn't say, "Ooh, you're a freaking pothead." I didn't say anything. His thing to me is basically calling me out for not being interested in the thing he's doing. It's kind of like it's okay to like things other people, like or don't like or whatever. Right.
Sure.
I don't get it. I'd love feedback on this, audience.
Well,
I'm bugged by it. It bugged me.
Number one, you shouldn't be bugged because there's a very strong chance that he's just saying it like, "Yeah, you're so square, Scott Johnson," like I would say
It could be,
right?
yeah.
You're such a square.
Could be. That totally could be.
You wouldn't even bat an eyelash at me saying that too if I said it like that.
That's true. I would just, you're totally right. This is a possibility.
Yeah. And second of all, who cares?
Yeah.
And besides, square is hardly the worst thing that I'll be called today.
Yeah. Today. Yeah, that's a good point.
Within the next hour, square is hardly the worst thing that I'll be called.
Also,
or that you'll be called.
He's like from the 50s or something. People still say square? Is that a thing to say?
And that also kind of lends credence to the just pulling your leg, just pushing your buttons kind of thing. It's By the way, kind of just to put a pin in that last thing we were talking about the that Internet Acceptance Coalition deal.
Yeah.
Clio does have the perfect name for it. It is the Not Even Casually Knackered by Everyone's Alternate Recreational Decisions, a.k.a. Neckbeard.
Nice. Perfect. Oh my gosh, that was on the fly too. Nice job there.
Totally
Clio.
well done.
All right, here's this. Oh, it didn't work.
Smoke weed every day.
You've never heard that?
No.
That's just a clip from it.
Sung by the same guys who go, "By men."
Hold on, I gotta hear it again.
Smoke weed every day.
I gotta record that. I gotta cap that out. That's awesome.
It sounds like, really, it just sounds like a slogan, like an advertising slogan. Come to Colorado, smoke weed every day.
Oh man, I gotta use that in other things. I just love it. I just love it.
Colorado Tourism Board.
And that's the funny bit. I don't know why I like that so much. I'm not a pot smoker. There's something about that lyric. It's just, I guess it's just music. It's catchy. That's all that is. All right, listen up, everybody. We got something for you here. The rules for the 2015 Morning Stream 30-second film festival. It's important to note, some people online have been complaining that 30 seconds is too long. Well, they think it's too long, and I'm saying no. You don't understand. It's up to that. That's your limit.
Right. We're not forcing you to do 30 seconds. You could do 20 seconds or 18 seconds.
You could do 5 seconds. We don't care.
Sure.
It's fine. You can do 3 seconds. Do whatever you got to do. If you think it's more impactful to be shorter than longer, that's your deal. But you just can't go further than 30. 30 is your cap.
We just want to save our time in having to judge all these things and review them.
That's the truth. So here are your rules. 30 seconds maximum. Can be shorter if you like. Mm-hmm. Must include a Sharpie in some way, a Sharpie pen in some way, although not advertising. Although I guess you could make a fake ad or something if you wanted. But and the phrase, somehow the phrase must be incorporated, either written somewhere, subtitled, or spoken. We can do this together. Now, apparently there's somebody online was telling me, let's see if I can find that tweet. Somebody told me that there is a video series there's a Reddit thread that is all about extracting Sharpies from people's butts. which doesn't surprise me because Reddit has some weird stuff in it.
Yeah.
But
right,
but
exactly.
then he said he heard me say that and he went, uh-oh. And then he heard me say, and the phrase, we can do this together. He's the guy's dying laughing.
Wow. Holy cow. Yeah, he's really taken that in a direction that was not intended.
Yeah, One Direction, I would call it. And I don't have any, I hope it's not some weird fetish I didn't know about.
Sure.
And that people don't send us terrible things, but whatever. So it needs to include a Sharpie and the phrase.
I mean, I don't know much about that sort of involvement, but I can't imagine a Sharpie would pack the kind of punch that you'd want in something like that.
I completely agree. I entirely agree with that.
I mean, I'm no size queen or anything, but
Sure, exactly. No, I'm with you, Slim Jim. We can do this together and a Sharpie. So that's your two things you got to include. Otherwise, really no rules on the theme or the tone or the take, whatever. It can be dramatic, it can be funny, it can be dark, sci-fi. It can be whatever you want it to be. And the only thing I would say is try to keep things between G and PG-13, somewhere in that range. Try not dipping your feet in the R territory if you can, because, I don't know, we want this to be viewable by all of our audience. At some point, they'll get to see all of them in the running, and it'd be nice if, people and their kids can watch it. So, just keep it clean, damn it. It must be submitted to the following URL. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
tiny.cc/TMSfilm. That's tiny.cc/TMSfilm. It's a place for you to submit your name, your email, and a link to your video. And you can do like the YouTube hide it from the public, but it's a link people can see if you give it to them kind of thing, or it can be public. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do. And it doesn't necessarily have to be YouTube. It can be, Vimeo or some other whatever. But
sure,
it needs to be linked to some kind of video sharing service. tiny.cc/TMSfilm. That's the place to link it. That will help us do the judging. All of this must be submitted. So your film submissions, and you can do multiples if you want. I should mention that. You can have more than one entry if you so desire. This is a bit like Spielberg having 2 movies in 1 year and getting nominated for both. It's totally fine. It's happened before with actors and stuff.
Actors who get nominated in both a Best Actor and a supporting role.
Sure, like Holly Hunter for The Firm and The Piano.
Right.
In 1990 something or other.
Actually, and there's an actor who is in 2 of the Best Picture nominees this year.
Oh, who is it? Oh, let me guess.
Yeah, well, I'll let you guess because it's pretty good. He's also nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
Let me think here. I got to think. How do I think the best?
Smoke weed every day.
All right. I'm gonna say. Oh wait, tell me that last thing you gave me.
Sure,
hint.
he's also nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
Oh jeez. I honestly don't know. I give up. Who is it?
It's Edward Norton.
Oh.
Who's in both Birdman and Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Good for him. I forgot he was in the hotel deal. I know he's like a Wes Anderson guy, but
he's a staple now. He's one of Wes Anderson's pocket, keep those actors in your pocket kind of thing.
I guess I mentioned it yesterday briefly, but I tell you, I finally watched Django Unchained. I guess I did.
Oh, no, you didn't tell me that, but
I loved that movie.
Yeah.
Loved it. Like that's probably my Tarantino movie. I think that's the one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Over Pulp Fiction.
Yep. I think it is.
Wow.
Pulp
Okay.
Fiction,
I mean, it's good. I enjoy it. I think
Pulp Fiction's amazing, but I don't know that it. I guess it's the genre maybe or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd probably put it 3rd or 4th down on my list. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't my favorite.
I freaking loved it. Oh my gosh, I loved it. Christoph Waltz, dude. Jeez Louise. Amazing.
Well, he was great, and Samuel L. Jackson. Holy crap!
Yeah, what a transformation that was.
Yeah, no kidding.
And all I could think about was, this movie came out the same year that he was Nick Fury in the Avengers. How weird is that?
Oh,
both
right.
came out in 2012. Anyway,
two very different
I
characters.
loved it. I freaking loved it. I can't say enough about it. It had me energized. I don't know it was long too, and I didn't care. Oh, it's great. Anyway, not for the kids. Anyway,
Right.
These films must be submitted by February 15th, 2015. That's 2015. I don't know when are the Oscars? They're before this?
Early March, aren't they?
Are they early March? Okay, I think you're right. So this is good because we want to award before the Oscars, is just to kind of keep it in the season, in the Oscar season. So yes, submitted by February 15th, 2015. Later that week we will have a winner.
Oh, I take that back. The ceremonies will be 1 week later on February 22nd.
Oh, well, even better then.
So mid to late February.
It's totally fine with me. So submit them by the 15th. Again, tiny.cc/TMS film. All are eligible. Even if people who are guests on the show want to do it, they can. Anybody can do it. We're not doing it. You and I won't do it, but
No.
anybody else can do it. If Veronica wants to make a short French silent film about a Sharpie trying to get home.
Really Sharpie.
We are really can do this together, he'll say.
Right.
Anyway, we're very excited. I love this kind of stuff, and we don't do it enough. So pack in and get ready. It's coming.
Yeah. I'm going to throw out an idea. Somebody's probably sitting there stumped for an idea of what they could do for their little short film.
Go for it.
Have two guys in front of a dry erase board.
Yeah.
And they're silent, but they're, basically they're facing each other, and they're either drawing like weapons that they're beating each other with, like a giant hammer or a gun that shoots toilet plungers or something.
Okay.
And at the very end, they shake hands and they write, "We can do this together."
All right. I like it.
There's an idea.
There's
if
a
somebody's
freebie.
stumped, and that, obviously they take pieces from that or do whatever you want. Use none of it. I don't care. But
if this goes well, I want to do these on the regular.
I do too.
Yeah.
I love doing these.
So if this goes well, we'll pick, we'll do another one with another theme, another object, another phrase, and boom, there's our festival for the next one. So we'll just keep it going. I think all this Sundance fury around here of activity has got me going.
Sundance action going on there.
That's true.
Robert Redford's out there, dancing around,
Yep.
drunk in the streets, saying, "I was in Captain America, for Pete's sake."
I was so good looking when I was younger.
Anne Bancroft,
Yeah.
I hit that.
Oh, did you know? Yeah, Paul Newman was a butthole.
It's Stump a Trek Nerd, and it's brought to you by...
Fight back against the thieving D-bags of the world by funding the Kickstarter campaign Podcast Studio, replacing what the thieving D-bags stole. Visit tinyurl.com/thieving D-bags.
Wow. All right, we'll do that.
Apparently somebody had all their stuff stolen, and
That's intense.
they're kickstarting getting it back. That's a bummer.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer.
for them.
I don't like that at all. Daryl, what's going on? How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah. Let's hear a flag song. What do you got for me today? You got a flag song?
That's about it.
I don't think I saw. Is there one today? I didn't see today's.
Yeah, there's one this morning, but I think yesterday's that I did during the day was better.
Yeah, well, let's find out. We're going to, in real time here, folks, we're going to check my Twitter, or we're going to check my Vine account. There's a lot of video of people's, let's see, that's not it. That's a prank of somebody trying to pretend like they're falling asleep in the plane. Oh, there we go, Daryl. Let's play it. Here we go. Check it out. Whoops. Wow, that is different. It's very avant-garde, that one. I like it. Daryl,
It's like St. Vincent on that one. Like,
yeah, I know.
way out there.
Daryl's back. He's here. It's time for Star Trek again. We're done with Breaking Bad. We finished that out, and today will be an interesting day. The trend is Daryl should lose soon in the Star Trek trivia, and that's what we're bringing back today.
Right, because he so far still is good for the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yeah.
undefeated when it comes to Star Trek knowledge.
Yep. We took a nice little detour for Breaking Bad, but we're back on the road, and it's time to do this question here, which goes like that. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, and what does this do? The Shecky email we got from Mitsula about the, as soon as Daryl loses a question on Star Trek, that means that the Seattle Seahawks are going to lose the Super Bowl.
Something like that, some weird thing. It was kind of like that. Did you guys see that chart yesterday? I think Patrick posted it. It was this awesome data chart that showed the the decline in use of Internet Explorer, okay, which was this huge dip, right? No one's using Explorer anymore, but this like meteoric drop in the use of Internet Explorer and its correlation with the drop in violent crime rates. So like as the use of IE drops, it was almost dead on equal with the drop in violent crime over the same years. It's pretty awesome.
I love bizarre correlations.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's totally stupid and has nothing to do with each other, but it's pretty freaking funny. Anyway, so Daryl, here's your question. In the Next Generation episode, Hero Worship, a young boy named Timothy is rescued from the SS Vico. He is building a replica of the Temple of Karul Hanesh as part of a school assignment. What alien race did the temple belong to? Was it the Endosians? Was it the Arcturians? Was it the Dockerans? Or was it the Klingons? Boy, I only recognize one name in there, and you can guess which one that is. The Endosians, the Arcturians, the Dockerans, or the Klingons. Those are your options. That's what I say, and that's what I mean. Let's see. We got one of these to play. Here you go.
Are you hungry?
Aren't you hungry?
Bunch of foodie.
Let's open the long box again.
Yep. Stick
Right
our
here.
hands into the lung box and see what we pull out.
I see in here we have... Ooh,
there's a butter cream-filled sandwich cookie.
what is the Pusset and Dillis?
Oh, no.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah, I was looking at that. Crispy fried squid and anchovy.
I think we should do it.
Teriyaki style.
Well, now count me in.
I'm in.
I think we should eat it.
I don't see that. What does it look
It's
like?
purple.
Purple bag.
It's made by a company called Sea Kid.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, the Sea Kid mixed crispy Pusset and Dillis.
Sounds like a new,
Dillis.
I don't know.
New comedy show from Comedy Central. Pusset and Dillis.
It's even in English in the back here. Let's see.
Yep.
Mixed crispy fried squid and anchovy.
Wow.
When Scott finally leaves the instance, it'll become Pusset and Dillis.
Yeah, Pusset and Dillis. Exactly. Who will be Pusset? I guess probably Patrick.
Yeah.
Ingredients: dried squid, dried anchovy. It also says in parentheses, fish. Well, thanks.
Yeah, I like that. That kind of anchovy.
Oh, those are the ones. Okay. Sugar.
The anchovy vegetable. I like the fact that, at least judging by the photo on the front, they did not even take the heads off the anchovies.
That's true. That's gross. Dried squid, dried anchovy. Let's see. Sugar, coconut oil, spices, chili, tazarine, sunset yellow. What's tazarine? Or tartazine? Does it stink?
Yes.
Okay. All
Here's
right.
open a window before you open the bag.
Let's see.
Oh, no, I have no windows here.
Oh, you weren't kidding, dude.
You're right, Batman.
Oh my gosh. That's homeless armpit is what that is. That's really bad. Oh. What This is Brian, you had trouble with the dried squid before too, didn't you?
Yeah, not a fan of the dried squid.
I feel like I'm okay with this stuff because my brother used to bring this sort of thing home and we got used to it. So I ate all the dried squid we ever got.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it stinks.
All I did is puncture a little teeny hole and it just flooded out. Oh, that's
Here,
horrible.
take a whiff of this, Tristan.
Ew, they look like little turds. Look at that.
Not even a gasp or a... Wait a minute, why aren't you at your orthodontist appointment? You're supposed to be there 15 minutes ago. Oh, okay, good.
Why aren't you at
is that
school,
quick?
boy? Go to school and get some book learning.
All right, have a good day.
Okay, these fish are the fish. You can see the head. Look.
Yeah.
Look, you guys. There's a little head there. All right, I'm gonna eat one of those. What's the other stuff? The other stuff's the squid. All right, I'm gonna eat a piece of squid and a piece of fish. And you should do the same.
I can't even open the bag.
Yes, you can. Come on.
Nah, it's gonna cause a riot.
Oh, in the office?
Yeah.
Somebody will be like, hey, Bill, did you forget to brush your teeth again, Bill?
Look at that. I mean, it's like, just looking at me. With his
Yeah,
little eyes.
his little eyeball.
His little anchovy eyes.
Little fish head at the end going, it's like he was alive and then frozen in time. Okay.
Thanks for getting me out of that smelly bag.
I'm eating the fish first. Here we go.
All right.
This doesn't bother me at all compared to like the bugs that we ate. Ugh. That's pretty foul.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't think I can do the other one. Meh,
No.
meh. Ew, you know what? The inclusion of sugar and coconut, that's bad. Brian's gonna yak.
Ugh.
Brian's gonna yak.
I'm not gonna yak, but
Okay, that's one of the worst things we've ever had. Oh, where's this from? It has so much English on it. Teriyaki style.
it's horrible.
That teriyaki style thing is a lie. That's just to make you think it's okay. Oh, yeah. Oof, that's really bad. Really bad. All right. Well, put that on the list of the probably top 4 things that have just about killed us. Daryl, you are required to eat
What are you telling me? I think Brian's gonna have to put the headphones down.
Daryl, you got to eat it on your way home or something in the car.
I will test it at some point
One-
outside.
Find a nice park.
One fish head, vine the whole thing. Everyone wins.
Yep.
All right.
Oh gosh.
That's really bad. I'll take dried squid over that any day. That's nothing like dried squid.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this thing, Daryl. Let's get to birthdays. Who's having one, and do we care about this person? I hope we do.
Oh, we do, because he's That'll Do Pig. It's James Cromwell. He's 75 today.
Oh, that's not even that old.
Britain.
I always he's like permanently 75. That guy.
I think so.
That's weird because he seemed 75 in the Pig movies, and as Zephyrin Cochrane, he looked about that age. He's great. He's a very versatile, interesting actor. Does lots of cool stuff. So he should celebrate, and that'll do, Cromwell. That'll do.
And he was not only on First Contact, but he had parts in TNG, DS9, and Enterprise.
Yeah, he was all over the joint, all over the shop, as the British would say.
Guess who came into the office while when that smell took over?
Oh, that's a real shocker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could I eat the rest of those, please?
Can I have all the fish heads, please? Daryl, back to the question now. We got this.
I think I'm going to take this home and test it on the cat.
You should totally do that. I wish I had a cat to test it on.
Do you like the cat, though?
Well, yeah, we do.
Yeah. Well, he'll be fine.
If the cat likes him, then that's
the cat will be fine. I don't think that. The breading stuff on it isn't bad. It's not like. At least I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we're all gonna die. I don't know.
Just termed it's somewhat safe for humans, so probably okay for cats.
Yeah. All right, Daryl.
Isn't there a song about that? Good for cats or something?
Is there?
Cool for cats.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Oh no, I know it. Here it is, right here.
Smoke weed every day.
That's the one. All right, Daryl. You know that one also reminds me of? In fact, Daryl, well, here's your theme early. I think this is good. Oh my gosh, just take my childhood and stamp that on it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I love that.
What's it even from? It's not Mutual of Omaha. It's something else.
No,
No,
it's like a Saturday morning.
No, it was Saturday night movie special of the week or something.
Was it?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like a CBS night movie thing, something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then it was McMillan and Wife or something.
McMillan and Wife. Oh my old. That is so old. Or Barnaby Jones or something.
Heart to heart.
That's heart to heart, dude.
It was mighty.
All
People are
right.
saying it's the CBS special presentation sound.
Oh, so if it was any kind of CBS special presentation,
Yes.
it's like what would something like that be though?
Jimmy Carter is going to be speaking today.
Oh.
That guy on Twitter lied.
All right, great. Now back to our regular programming. Okay, Daryl, the question: Endosians, Arcturians, Dockerans, my favorite pants, or Klingons?
Oh, this might be the day.
Well, if his theory holds, this will be the day.
Yeah. Docorians.
Although,
I don't-
it makes me wonder why Mitsula's not a millionaire in Vegas.
Because he works for a sports book, so he cannot play at the sport. Well, he just can't bet at that sports book.
Yeah, but if he knows all the tricks, quit that job and
Yeah,
make
I
a
know.
ton of money, you know?
You know, I think when you see gambling every day, you maybe get turned off from it and realize, there's better ways. Working for the man much better than risking it.
See gambling every day. Can't get that out of my head. All right. Sorry, Daryl.
So
Go
isn't
ahead.
this the one where there was a kid and there were these aliens in a swimming pool set up in sick bay or something?
I don't know. That sounds awful.
None of this sounds familiar to me at all.
No.
And they were in a bunch of goo.
You've got me, man.
Oh, this is the one where the kid starts, Timothy starts impersonating Data because he
Yeah.
wants to be an android.
Oh, that one?
Yes.
I don't like that one at all. That's a terrible episode. And the kid was like, yeah, it was Troy was like, yeah, this is his way of shutting down and hiding his emotions. And, you know, they tried to put it into like a real sort of PTSD sort of scenario. And he just did. I do not like that episode, the way he did that. I hated it. I don't know. I don't know if I like food. I can't even taste. Ugh,
Right.
that
yes.
kid. That kid.
Yeah.
Anyway.
More bad kid writing.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Well, I'm crossing out Klingons because that's too obvious. No, what was even the question? I don't even remember.
It was what alien race did this temple belong to that they
They were
he was,
building a
building.
replica of a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
model.
Oh, so this has nothing to do with that swimming pool.
Yeah, zero.
Nope.
Unless the temple has a pool in it.
It could be a Klingon
All
temple.
the best temples
then.
have pools.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
Endo Dokor. Oh hell, I don't know. I have circled Dokor and I have put a dot by Arturian. Well, let's take Dokor and I'll take my loss.
You'll
The
hope.
There's the first
Dokarans?
loss of the year.
Well, let's find out if you're truly
Dokarans,
lost. Or is it Dakarans? Yeah, Dakarans, whatever.
Dawkins.
Dawkins.
The Dawkins.
The Dawkins. Wow! That sounded like a cat, but it was supposed to be reference to the hair metal era of yesteryear. All right, here it is. Let's find out. Damn it.
Congratulations.
Freaking
wow,
You're
really?
a winner.
Lucky bastard. All right. The temple was originally built by the Dokarans. Data helps Timothy finish the model replica. After Timothy starts to impersonate Data, here's a clip of them building the model together at last. Eventually.
You were attempting to recreate the Dakaran Temple of Kural Hanish?
Isn't it great? See, there's the big hallway the teacher told us about. And that's where everybody came in. That's where they stood, and that's where the altar was. What do you think?
Do you wish a frank evaluation? It lacks the harmony that characterized this particular temple and the Dakaran culture in general.
You hate it.
No, I am not capable of hatred.
Can't do anything right.
You are making an unwarranted extrapolation. I was merely offering an aesthetic analysis of this particular model.
Hey, way to go, Data. Data put him into his state, didn't he? He did. He made Data made the kid decide to go all android. What a bastard. All right. Well, there's your episode, and Daryl got it right, so I don't know what that means. Mitsula, let's get together. Let's figure out what his chances are.
Mm-hmm. Who should we bet on, Mitsula?
Mm-hmm. We're looking to you for help and guidance. Daryl is the Trek Nerd on Twitter. He is also This Week in Trek at thisweekintrek.com. I would advise you to pay attention to his Twitter, because if he does indeed eat one of those fish heads, he'll probably film it, so watch for that. What else? Oh, and the Grumpy Cast. Don't forget that. All right, Daryl, let's play a game with us called... It's probably another one of these flag deals, isn't it?
Yeah, flag that was on Star Trek or not on Star Trek.
All right. Let's... I already gave you your theme. You already had it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You're not getting it again.
You're not getting it again.
Flag of Genosha.
Genosha
The Genoshans, they are...
or Genosha?
Okay, Genosha, whatever.
I think it is Genosha.
Because Genosha was an X-Men thing.
Dick Poop.
Dick Poop was an X-Men
Dick Poop
thing.
was an X-Man.
I'm going
Crap.
to say no. I think he is trying to pull a fast one with the X-Men Genoshan flag.
I agree. I am leaning your direction.
That sounds like the Newlywed Game.
Yeah. All right, so
in the butt, Bob.
Dick Poop.
Crap.
all right,
Okay.
Daryl, go ahead.
It is a flag from the TV series X-Men.
Ah, wait, this that was a really bad lead up.
That really was.
Yeah.
Sex Men.
Sex Men. Star Xmen. Did you see, by the way, did you see the Fantastic Four trailer this morning?
I did. Actually, I just added a thing to the Celebrity Poop if we wanted to talk about that, since it seems appropriate.
I don't know if I'm excited, but we'll talk about it then.
Yeah.
I have some thoughts.
Sure.
I don't know if my thoughts are warranted, but we'll find out shortly.
Well, your thoughts are always warranted.
Well,
because you have thoughts.
Are they?
Television highlights of the news of yesteryear.
It is the news, and it's brought to us by...
Enjoy Magic the Gathering?
Yeah.
Check out On the Stack, the Magic the Gathering podcast with the Tadpool's very own Mike, Iceworm, and Todd, War Crusher. Each episode, they discuss the latest in Magic the Gathering news, talk strategy, review the latest decks, answer your questions, and more. Find us at iceworm.org/magic or on iTunes and Stitcher.
Lovely. So a woman has...
She's a hard-hearted harbinger of haggis, Excelsior.
She's not man. She ordered some food. Woman orders food and got a bag of cash instead.
Nice.
A New Hampshire woman who's probably under 5 feet of snow by now. They're getting hit hard today. I hope everyone's all right out there and has internet and things and power and like heat. A New Hampshire woman got a surprise at a Burger King drive-thru, a big bag of cash instead of food. Janelle Jones says she discovered on the way home that the bag did not contain the sweet tea and junior spicy chicken sandwich she had ordered. Jeez, that's a dainty meal at Burger King.
Sweet tea and junior spicy chicken sandwich.
It said Foster's Daily Democrat. What? Oh, that's another thing.
I'd eaten $18 before I realized they weren't fries.
What the hell?
That's not how they sound in New Hampshire, is it?
No, you've got a very Southern gentleman lady type
Well,
thing.
it's just short and sweet tea.
I guess
I'm thinking that she maybe moved there.
Yeah.
She was originally from Atlanta.
She was like, what's his name in that movie I just watched? Who's Eating Gilbert's Grape there?
Oh, did you just watch that?
No, it's freaking, what's his name? I can't think of his name all of a sudden. Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio in the Django Unchained.
Oh,
you know
right.
You know what I like about that Django Unchained is they use the music at the beginning that's from the old Django movie we watched on film site. That's great. Oh, and you know what? Actually, one of my favorite things about the entire movie was the very eclectic use of music. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I like that movie a lot. All right. What now? What was I saying? Oh, okay. So the report is she called her husband, and they decided after a long conversation to return the $2,631 to Burger King. I guess it was supposed to be a bank deposit, and somehow
We could
ended
buy a
up with
lot of sweet tea and junior spicy chicken sandwiches with this.
We sure could, honey. Matthew Jones says the couple briefly considered keeping the money, which they could certainly have used, but he says he and his wife are Jehovah's Witnesses and that Jehovah sees everything.
Wow.
So even that, yeah, but does he see the junior spicy chicken sandwich and sweet tea? Does he see that? He chooses not to. Anyway, that's a weird thing. I'm trying to think. I would probably go back too, because my worry would be that this is dirty money, like some kind of drug deal gone weird.
Sure. At a Burger King?
Mm-hmm. Like the guy at the window is secretly selling pot or buying pot, and the car behind you is the dealer, and he screwed up and gave it to the car in front.
I would assume that exactly what happened is that they, it was supposed to be a deposit that someone's gonna make. Why are they putting the money, the Burger King deposit money, in a Burger King paper sack?
Do
they not have those zipper pouch?
The blue zipper pouches or brown ones?
Zipper pouches, yes.
I agree, but that's my whole point, which would lead me to think foul play, because if they put it in the bag that's normally reserved for food, that seems fishy to me. Like, that's a weird. I gotta get this bag out
but
of
then
here.
then this article would probably say. It wouldn't say it was a Burger King bank deposit. It would have say inadvertently uncover drug deal gone wrong.
That's a good point. You make a good point. Yeah, I don't know. What a weird deal. I haven't been to Burger King in about a year, so I should go back. Remember, I used to have a lot of good stories at Burger King, but it's been a while. I eat less burgers. I eat good food. I eat a lot of salads.
You go to Four Guys all the time now.
I like Four Guys. Oh yeah. 700 calories for that burger. My gosh, that was insane.
Oh, the Five Guys burger?
Yeah, and that's without mayo, and that's without cheese. That's just it's everything else, but that's still a hefty piece of meat. All right, Brian, I got a question for you.
Okay, ask me. Ask me that question.
What would you pay for a bit of Lincoln's hair?
A bit of Lincoln's hair. Now, are we talking chin, like some of his beard hair?
Nope, head hair. A lock of Abraham Lincoln's head hair. What would you pay?
I guess that would be the second best option.
Yeah, it would be, right?
I would pay...
No, a handful of his presidential pubes.
some of the first short and curlies.
Yeah, those would be worth something. Jeez. But what would you pay for that? What do you think?
It would be Sakotas.
Yeah.
I would pay $5
for
a lock of Abraham Lincoln's hair.
I'd probably pay $100.
Okay.
Because it's presidential, right?
Yeah.
A lock of Abraham Lincoln.
Grow your own Lincoln in a lab or something.
Yeah, we could do that, I would assume.
Sure.
Should be able to make a version of him. $25,000 is what it went for on auction. A lock of his U.S. U.S. presidential hair, and other items to his assassination, stuff to do with his assassination, were top sellers on Saturday at an auction that fetched $803,000+ in the sale of top private collection of Lincoln memorabilia. Let's see, $25,000 was a lock of hair removed by the Surgeon General Joseph Barney shortly after he was shot by the actor and Confederacy supporter John Wilkes Booth on April 14th, 1865. He died the next day.
If there's ever a thing called eBay, this is going to fetch some great money on it.
One of these days. I think he did it probably just to get it out of the way for the autopsy for the bullet hole or something.
Maybe. Yeah.
The lock of hair was among 300 items that belonged to Fort Worth, Texas history buff Donald Dow and is considered to be one of the best private Lincoln memorabilia auctions known to exist, or collections rather, according to the Heritage Auction officials. I wonder why he's getting rid of it. Anyway. Yeah. Dow, maybe it says here. A late Fort Worth art gallery owner. Oh, he died then. Built the collection over 5 decades, beginning in 1963. That's about 100 years later after the death of the president. With the purchase of a box of books, according to his son Greg Dow, who now is selling the collection. The elder Dow died in 2009. Quote, he started collecting because of his interest in the Civil War and military history, but then he became interested in Lincoln and the assassination, and then hilarity ensued. It's interesting because my guess is he got obsessed with it to the point that you ended up with Lincoln's hair. I'll bet that was hard to find. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I'll bet the son was just like, finally, Dad died. We can get rid of this stuff.
Yeah, let's get rid of all this Lincoln crap.
Let's make $1 million, which he did. Or close to it.
Pretty close, yeah.
HelloFresh.com will not have hair in your food.
No, not Lincoln or otherwise.
Or restaurant like Brian had or any of that.
Right.
It'll be real fresh, real food. Farm fresh, straight to your door.
Or if there is hair in there, you can rest assured that it's your own.
Yes, and it's not gonna have anything weird in there, like, stuff that you'd have to.
No artificial preservatives or fillers.
Yeah.
Just your own accidental hair.
That's right. None of that. I want you to save some money on your first order, though. You've heard us talk about them before, and you're very curious. I know you are. So go to HelloFresh.com, see what recipes they're shipping today from real chefs. And use the code MorningStream for 50% off your first order. That's MorningStream at HelloFresh.com.
If communists have attempted to inject their propaganda into the motion picture, they have failed miserably.
It is Celebrity Poop, and it's brought to you by nobody, except Emma Watson, who will be Disney's new Belle in a live-action musical version of Beauty and the Beast. The Beast.
Is Ron Weasley going to be the Beast?
He should be. Kind of an ugly bugger. What's he up to? Is he doing stuff?
Rupert Grint was just in a movie we watched the other day with Bill Nighy and Emily Blunt. It was really good.
Okay. What was that called? Do you know what was the name there?
I can look it up.
Moonwalkers? No, that's still in post-production.
No, it was...
He's in a short film called
Wild Target.
What is this Harry Potter and the Escape from the Gringotts short film that came out last year?
Part of a video game, I think, maybe?
Oh.
Or is it like a little...
It's a short film. Weird.
Thing on Pottermore?
Oh, maybe. He was also in the Hogwarts Express, which is also a short. And then before that, let's see, a TV movie called Super Clyde, where he played Clyde. Underdogs as a cartoon. Charlie Countryman. He played Carl. He was on American Dad for an episode. Let's see. Yeah, not a lot, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot. Poor kid.
Oh, yeah. Here's what Gutter as a Tool is explaining. It's probably from the Harry Potter world in Florida. It's the motion ride, or the ride you go on, Escape from Gringotts.
Okay.
So he lends his voice to that. No, Wild Target, by the way, is the movie 2010. Bill Nighy, Emily Blunt, Rupert Grint, Martin Freeman with some really bad teeth. Really good movie.
Okay, I'll watch that.
Yeah, go watch that.
That sounds interesting to me.
Quite entertaining.
He was a good Ron Weasley. I'll give him that. Anyway, but this is not about him. It's about her. She's going to be Belle in the Disney's upcoming live-action adaptation of Beauty and the Beast. She says, I'm finally able to tell you that I'll be playing Belle in Disney's new live-action Beauty and the Beast. It was such a big part of my growing up. How could anything be a bigger part of your growing up than Harry Potter, though? Because your whole life is Harry Potter. Good gosh.
Yeah, but that was work. That was a job.
Yeah, that's true. She says, my 6-year-old self is bursting. She's so excited. It's a musical, and it will be based on the 1991 animated film and the songs therein, but it will be live action with a bunch of cool tech.
I hear it's a tale as old as time.
Well, that's what they say. Be our guest, Brian. Be our guest. Made from real gorilla chest. What? Oh, that was the Simpsons thing. Simpsons had a great song. See my vest, made from real gorilla chest. Something, something. Can't remember the rest, but that was a pretty good part of that song.
Yes, Mr. Burns.
X-Men live action series coming to the Fox network. Sources are telling the Hollywood Reporter that the network is having preliminary conversations to adapt iconic Marvel comic series, or the iconic Marvel comic series. Fox potential live action series is being penned by Star Trek 3 writer duo Patrick McKay and J.D. Payne. I thought yesterday we found out that what's his name was writing that. It's Scotty. What's the guy's name?
Yeah, right. Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg. I almost said Penn Jillette. What the hell's wrong with me?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're saying that
Maybe
Star Trek 3 writing duo Patrick McKay and J.D. Payne.
That's weird. But they want to be showrunners, so it looks like it's a big deal. Fox has declined comment and won't confirm anything, but it makes sense to me. They have the rights. Why not? Why not make a show?
Yeah, but let's think about this. I mean, all right, so Disney Marvel has the wherewithal and the chops and the devotion to do movies and TV shows kind of in concert with each other, right? Like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and stuff happens in there, and it happens in Captain America, Winter Soldier, and you know, there's connections and stuff happening. There's even actors that they're able to pay who can appear in both.
Right.
I'm worried about this X-Men thing.
I'll give you my theory that this is not going to be. In a lot of ways, it will be like the S.H.I.E.L.D. show. It will be lots of ancillary X-Men that you've either never heard of or that they wholesale create just for the show.
Right.
I don't think it's going to be. You're not going to see
all of that. Worries me.
Yeah, you'll see a shadow of Storm flying up in the air on one episode and go, "Oh, that must have been Storm," and have your little nerd moment.
And it's going to be. I mean, you know, it's going to be Cypher and Moonstone and
Jubilee,
Karma. Yeah,
Jubilee, the fireworks powers. Here's what I think they'll do. I actually don't think they'll even do that. I think they'll just make them up. They'll just have new characters with new abilities.
Why do that?
It'll be
it's
like,
horrible.
And it won't even be Professor X's school. It'll be some other offshoot, like some bunker in the Southwest somewhere where they.
Oh, that's such a horrible idea.
I agree. I know how they work.
I know, you're right. Because because they can't. I don't think they can consistently maintain a movie property and a TV property both based on the same thing, and not have there be crossover unless they do that. Unless they say, "Yep, no Wolverine, no Cyclops, no." Yep. No Storm. Oh,
none of the core people show up.
Be wrong.
None of the core people will show up. Maybe I don't know what they're gonna do.
You know, they should do as a Generation X live TV show. Try that again, because they really bungled that up when they tried to do it before.
They could have done it right. They just didn't.
Yeah.
Maybe they can give it another stab.
Keep your Emma Frost. Have her be the Professor X. It's her school kind of thing.
Yeah, that'd be all right. Emma Frost. I don't think they're going to drag her out again anyway. I don't think.
It won't be January Jones, that's for sure.
Oh, she was kind of bad, I thought.
Yeah.
I didn't think she was very good in that. Tweakedaudio.com sponsoring today's show. Go to tweakedaudio.com, pick from a bunch of different styles and colors to find the pair that fits you the best, and then buy it. Because why? Because they're engineered for durability, noise reduction, compatibility, all of which come with a lifetime warranty. Tweakedaudio.com is the place. Stream is the code to use at checkout continually to save yourself 33% on your purchase at tweakedaudio.com. When we come back, Fitness Geek will be here. Jury duty will happen. And we got a couple of phone calls after that. Before all that, Brian's got music. What do you got for me?
Well, we're not even going to talk about the Fantastic Four trailer.
Shoot! I didn't mean to skip over that. Yeah, Fantastic Four trailer. I think they're trying to be too serious. I don't like the tone. I think this is the non-Marvel tone that everyone does that doesn't own the rights. Or when you know what I'm saying? When Marvel's not doing it, it feels so. We're gonna be dark and broody and Batman-y.
Yes and no. I mean, I think that there's a danger when you go too silly. And I think that the first two Fantastic Four movies were too silly. I think that that works. You want, all right, here's your formula. Here's the exact formula as published by Marvel Comics for their movies. Spider-Man, 40% silly. Fantastic Four, 15% silly. X-Men, 5% silly.
Yeah, that's okay. That's pretty good. You've broken it down by the numbers. I like that.
You know me in percentages.
Yeah. I don't know if yeah, I mean they don't it's a teaser, right? So there's hardly anything here.
Right.
But and part of it is Fox has been so up and down for me, and so is Sony with Spider-Man, that it's just I don't have the same trust level. I just watched Winter Soldier with the kids last night. They came over for dinner and we all hung out and watched it.
Yeah.
You forget how badass that freaking movie is. It is so well done.
Yeah.
So well done. And so I just have faith in them. And the faith with the other guys is just shaky faith. So maybe they can totally pull this off. I like the casting of what's his name as Johnny Storm. I think I
like Michael B. Jordan. Yeah,
he's great. He's awesome.
He was great in Friday Night Lights. It's obviously it's going to have to be some sort of adopted or half brother or something like that to explain it. Mara, is it Mara? Shoot, who's playing Invisible Girl?
I don't know.
Invisible Woman.
She looked familiar to me.
She does.
They
I'll
didn't
tell you.
Not near enough showing the Thing, though. I noticed that. There's like 2 references to the Thing, and that's it, which is unfortunate because I think people really want to see what that's going to look like.
Right.
I can't think of her name.
I'm pulling it up. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I should have had this.
It's all good.
Should have had this ready.
It's all good. The voice also narrating the Thing sounds familiar. Let's play some of it here.
How did we get this far?
Kate.
Who is that?
Human beings have an immeasurable desire to discover.
I love that voice, but I don't know who that is.
Kate Mara is playing Sue Storm, Invisible Woman.
Yeah.
And I want to say that I guess not. I was trying to figure out what else we've seen her in. I thought there was some other superhero thing that we'd seen her in, but I'm confusing her with somebody else. She's in the House of Cards, right? Yeah, she's Zoe in House of Cards.
The daughter or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Still haven't seen that show, but
I haven't either.
I can't believe it. What? How
There
can you
we go.
stop
Iron Man
everything
2,
you're
she
doing?
was a U.S. Marshal.
Stop everything you're doing.
Whatever that means.
All right. Well, it's something to see. So go look at it. It's on YouTube. Watch it. See what you think. I don't know. It's a teaser, so who knows yet? But
it gives me a little bit of hope. I mean, that's what you want from a trailer. It's like, all right, this may not be as bad as kind of the other things we've seen have led us to believe.
Mm-hmm. No, there's potential here. Whatever, I'll see it, and I want a good Fantastic Four experience. So it's got to be, in my opinion, it's got to be better than what we had.
Yeah,
the old ones were kind of terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Brian, music for us today? What do you got?
We've got music for you. How about something going out to Timothy Kennedy, who goes by the name Ziggurat in the Tadpole?
Oh.
Hi, Snare and Bass. My wife and I were watching Parenthood when the cover of this song came on. You're the One That I Want by Olivia Newton-John, John Travolta from the film Grease. And I was blown away. So I thought, who better to ask than Coverville himself for a great cover to this song? I like the slower, mellow, yet not depressing mood representing in the A&J and Lennings version. Why is that playing? That should be quiet. But I'll defer to Brian to choose a cover that will remove my primary school dance-sourced hate for this song. All right.
Fair enough.
Sorry. And then when my phone rings, it starts ringing on my computer, and I can't. I should turn that damn crap off.
Yeah,
Anyway.
every morning I hit the little muty thing or the DND on there.
Well, see, I've got Do Not Disturb automatically going until 11 o'clock until we should have the show wrapped up. I don't know why it didn't work today.
Yeah, mine resets every night. So like I can set it now and it will turn off, but it will turn on again in the morning. I think.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't get it.
Oh, well. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So a cover of You're the One That I Want from Grease. There's a current version, a current cover that's going around that is very dark and moody. It was actually in the Coverville Countdown. I can't think of who did it right now, but they don't want to hear that one. They want something a little bit more positive, a little bit more upbeat, but still has that slow feel to it. And on the third season of Californication, Danielle Duvall recorded a cover of this song that I think kind of fits the bill. This is a cover of You're the One That I Want, performed by Danielle Duvall, of course, originally performed by John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John in the film Grease. And it's right here. It's going out to, who'd I say? Sorry, I moved away from that page. It's going out to Timothy Kennedy, a.k.a. Ziggurat.
Nice. All right, well, off it goes. We'll be back in a minute. Everyone, come on back now. You hear?
You better shape
one blade for those hard-to-reach areas. Insert the short handle, and the weasel is perfect for plant boxes and greenhouses. The garden weasel is made of a rust-free alloy that's virtually self-cleaning. Simply hose it off and allow it to dry. If you have a friend that's into gardening like I am, the garden weasel makes a perfect gift. Look for this display.
Available at participating Ace, True Value, HWI, Service Star, Coast to Coast, Hardware Hank, and participating hardware, home center, and drugstore outlets.
What's up? This is Lindsay Sterling, and you're listening to The Morning Stream.
The Morning Stream, where man is made whole.
And we're back. Hey, you want to know where I got that bumper from?
Yeah, tell me where you got that bumper.
So, Lindsay Sterling, who's very popular on YouTube.
She's a violinist extraordinaire.
She's amazing. Done some incredible covers.
Mm-hmm.
She is a Provo native, lives here in Utah, not far from us, about, I don't know, half hour away. And she was doing a thing at my daughter's high school, like a what do you call it? What assembly, right?
Assembly, right? Okay.
Talking to the kids about creating content and all this kind of stuff. And Carter raised her hand at the end of the thing and said, "This might sound a little strange, but could you just say these words, from the stage on a microphone?" Could you just say, "I'm Lindsay Sterling, you're listening to The Morning Stream. My dad has this podcast, and he would really like it if you did that." I had no idea this was going on.
Wow.
And came home with this little SD card with that recording on it. It was pretty rad.
Oh, that's totally awesome.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That's very cool, yeah.
I thought that was neat. Anyway, so there's that.
Good on her.
Yeah, way to go, Carter. Way to get the scoop. All right, let's get Bill on. Bill. Hey, Bill. Hey, Bill. What's going on there, Bill? Oh, my neck. All right, let's get Bill in here, and let's do it and bring him in with something like, I don't have a theme for him today, so how about this one?
Chicken shit money.
What?
I don't give a shit.
There you go. Bill, you there?
Howdy.
Hello, good morning. How are you, sir?
Good morning. When I pop up on the video, you'll see that I'm doing my best Brian Dunaway impression.
Oh, my gosh, look at you. Are you cold?
All hooded and...
You must be cold.
Well, hooded and bearded and all sorts of stuff. He does kind of have a Brian Dunaway thing going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen Brian, have you seen the picture floating around of him photoshopped into the backseat of Katie Couric's car?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to emulate right now.
Yeah, you invoking that. Let me find it for Brian because it is the greatest thing ever. I put it up this morning. Where is it? I can't find it now. Crap. It's in my Twitter feed.
I'll find it.
But Dunaway looking the best you've ever seen him looking. Just fantastic. Hey, Bill, it's good to have you on. And
Hey.
you don't have any snow, so you're fine. Just calm down. You're good.
Totally cool up here.
Yeah, I'll
It's
bet.
been unseasonably warm, actually.
Yeah, like 66, something like that yesterday. That's crazy. It's actually warm here, too. It was like almost 60 yesterday, which is insane for this time of year for where I live. We must be on the outer rim of some warm front that just behind it is the hellscape that is the blizzard that's hitting the Northeast right now.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, so we will see. But it doesn't matter. None of that matters because Bill comes on the show and does his Fitness Geek segment, which is all about us living in our nerd lifestyle, but also eating better, living better, exercising more. And what have you brought with us for you today, or with you today, is what I meant to say.
Well, first of all, this morning I had 2 slices of good old normal bacon. And it was so good.
Yeah, crispy or a little not? What do you do?
Super crispy.
All right, you know the way. That's good.
Along with some eggs, with a little bit of pork chop cut up in there, some spinach, and some black beans.
That sounds fantastic.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yes. I did not eat a fistful of bacon. I'm not sustaining myself on bacon, but I had 2 pieces of bacon, and it was good.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
So anyway, besides that, so we're Americans, right? We're all American here, as far as we know. We're kind of constantly fighting this stereotype globally that we're all like really unhealthy eaters.
Yeah.
It's kind of our thing.
Yeah, us and the Brits. The British get a lot of heat for that, for being all fat and gross.
The British will actually make fun of us for being unhealthy.
No, that's true.
Too.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
We make fun of their teeth. They make fun of us for being unhealthy.
It's true.
Yeah.
So there are places where you can go get food around these parts that are doing their part to, let's say, fight the stereotype, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we've talked about Jimmy John's before. They're a wonderful, magical place.
Mm-hmm.
You can go there and you can get one of their delicious sandwiches And if you're worried about the carbohydrates, you can get it wrapped up in, let's say, a piece of lettuce, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that may not be your favorite thing ever, but it's a more healthful option than gnawing on a big old loaf of bread, right?
Yeah, so my wife does that there, and she also does it at In-N-Out. She gets the
their bread is so good at Jimmy John's, though. I mean,
I know it is. I don't get the lettuce wrap thing. I always get the bread.
Yeah.
But I'll eat there maybe once a week, right?
Yeah, if that. Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, that's but it is a healthier choice if you're really concerned about that, and carbs are your enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, by gum, there's a solution there.
Mm-hmm.
Other places, on the other hand, let's say, pick a name out of a hat. I don't know, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
All right.
Let's talk about KFC.
The Double Down Dog.
Yeah.
They are actually literally doubling down on that stereotype, on the unhealthy American stereotype, by replacing their bread with fried chicken.
Yeah.
Woo, America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was there was a picture of a hot dog floating around yesterday was that them?
Yes, that's them.
Oh my gosh.
Some people just want to watch the world get fat.
Yeah. So did you guys try the original Double Down when they did that?
No.
Never did it. No.
All right. I will fully admit I tried one, right?
Uh-huh.
The idea that you had 2 pieces of chicken and in between them is cheese, sauce, and bacon. Like, okay, in my mind, if it's going to be like let's say a rare treat.
Sure.
That sounds like an ideal situation. Those are all things I enjoy. But it was mediocre at best. You know, it wasn't
the pleasure that you didn't get enough pleasure to compensate for the horrors that you were doing to your system.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah. So now they're like, I don't know if that was a successful campaign or not, but they're like, let's try it again with their Double Down Dog.
The problem was that we didn't have a hot dog in there. That's why it didn't work.
That's what I'm more concerned about, is why does Kentucky Fried Chicken got hot dogs on their menu now? That's crazy to me.
Well, it's a terrible branding decision, but besides that, it's just like I don't know. It's an abomination. Have you seen the live pictures of the real ones that are coming out?
Yeah, it's pretty. They're worse.
Yeah.
I mean, because the pictures of the one that they're marketing looks already really bad to me.
Yeah.
The photos I'm seeing of actual purchased ones look like the devil's rectum. They're awful. Yeah.
So, and that's weird that we live in a time where the day that the articles come out talking about the Double Down Dog, an hour later, people are posting actual product photos. So they can't even like hope that it blows over. Like, people know exactly what they're getting right away. So I wonder, are people just like, are they hoping that people are just gonna, like what I did, go try one and get hooked? I don't know.
I think people, I mean, this is a really good question, because part of me thinks there's somebody there who knows what will happen, and that the thing that will happen is it will be a temporary promotion, and that it will drive a ton of people who never even go to KFC to go there and as a joke or a lark buy one, show it to all their friends, Instagram the hell out of it. I mean, that's valuable traffic to them.
Right. But people are showing up. One friend in a group is showing up because he has the balls to try one of these things.
Yeah.
And everyone else in the group goes and goes, you know what? I'm getting chicken strips because I'm not just an idiot.
Yeah, but mission success, because it drove all of them into KFC to spend money.
So what gets me is the message this sends to the rest of the world.
Yeah, it does me too, because I feel like we are constantly kind of fighting that. But then part of it is just where are people seeing this information? Because if you look at what they're doing in some Asian countries with certain fast food chains, and some of them, yes, are American companies, but they're doing things over there that we never do here. Like Pizza Hut in Japan or China or something has a crust filled with hot dogs. Like the whole ring is hot dogs around it. Like, they do weird stuff over there that is way crazy, and nobody ever gets any, I don't hear much about that. Occasionally BuzzFeed will have something weird on their site about, the top 10 weirdest fast food dishes around the world, but it doesn't get the same consternation that we do. And so I don't know why that is, why we get targeted
I'm
that
looking
way.
at pictures of this hot dog crust-filled pizza.
Yeah. It's gross, right? I think
when
that was
are they
what
going
it
to finally
was.
put little pizzas inside the crust of another pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an awful idea.
Come on.
Hurry up. Somebody's not on the ball in there.
Oh, there it is. Who makes that? I gave it to the wrong thing. It's it is Pizza Hut. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was Pizza Hut, but overseas or something, isn't it?
Oh gosh, yeah.
So here's my argument though. If you're gonna do that kind of unholy damage to your body, right?
Yeah.
It better be really good.
Yeah.
And my experience with the original Double Down was not that. So if I want to get fried chicken, if I have a hankering for it, there's a place in Seattle called Azel's. If anyone's ever been out here, they haven't gone to try Azel's. You really owe it to yourself to check it out. They do one thing good. They do amazing fried chicken. And occasionally, if we're doing like a party or something, we'll go get a bunch of chicken from them. It doesn't need bacon, doesn't need any sort of fancy sauce, or it doesn't need a hot dog wedged in between a hunk of it. It's just really amazing fried chicken, and it's worth it just to get that. If I'm going to be getting all the saturated fats, deep fried goodness in there, and carbohydrates and stuff from all that breading, better be really, really good. That's where I'm going to go.
Imagine if pigs and chickens could react to this news. I mean, they would be horrified as to what's going on here.
Yeah. Well, they'd be horrified just by hot dogs and fried chicken alone.
Oh, yeah. Or what about just the Meat Lovers Pizza, which has every single form of cooked pig on it.
Yeah.
You know, it's got like ham, bacon, sausage, pepperoni. It's just, they took a hunk of every part of the pig and put it on a pizza. Can you imagine a pig just like, oh my God, the horror. Meat Lovers Pizza.
Listen to this. This is a teaser for it, and I'm seeing a lot of excitement online for this. So that's the concerning bit for me. Is there's a lot of college kids who think it's cool to be really stoked about this being out there. But here's the little teaser. Let's see if we can get some.
Guys, the KFC Double Down is back. They say it's crazier. More legendary. Is it a Double Down spaghetti? Maybe. A Double Down sisig? Or a Double Down a la mode?
A new KFC Double Down is coming.
See, that's just, come on, man.
Wow.
What are we doing?
It's like a movie trailer for a disaster film.
It totally is.
It really is.
Kind of is. It's your intestinals disaster.
But
film.
again, that teaser targets that audience I'm talking about. Those were 3 kids in college in a dorm studying, and then interrupted by the news that there was a new Double Down coming. So this stuff is very calculated. I think these guys know exactly what they're doing and what it will drive and how temporary it will be, and that it's a big, huge boost for a certain time of year, and they'll just keep doing this until people stop coming. So
I want to see. Let's say, I guess let's go with Jimmy John's. Let's have them put together a trailer just like that.
Yeah.
But it's like the new, what do they call it? The unwich without bread. Get people really excited.
Right.
It probably won't work.
They probably wouldn't work, but you know, I'm down with that.
It'd be funny though.
Yeah.
Get really excited about lettuce wraps. Woo!
I feel like in a way we can blame like McDonald's for having Shamrock Shakes and occasional McRibs. You know, like they created this world of, ooh, for a limited time only, you get this weird ass thing that's not very good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think, I don't know. I mean, everybody's had like their seasonal stuff, but it's more like how far can we go? It's the Sharknado of food. It's you know.
Hold on. I need to quote Brian. The Double Down dog is the Sharknado of food.
Yeah, did everyone hear that? I hope everybody heard that. That's pretty good.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Well, that's good stuff, Bill. As always, a pleasure having you on. Anything? I know you put up a new video. Tell people where they can get that.
Yeah, actually go to youtube.com/punishedprops. I just put up a video about how I make my Draugr armor. It's got like a hammered metal texture on it, but it's all foam. It's all floor mats. So people are all like, no way, man. How'd you do that? And I'm like, I'll make a video. So there's a video up I just put up there, and I'm pretty proud of it. I put a lot of work into it, so folks ought to go check it out and
I
subscribe.
watched it. It looks fantastic, and it's shocking to me how much like metal it looks. And compared to it is a piece of magic makery to see you go from some straight ass up foam to that looks like metal, and how are you wearing that suit because it looks so heavy, and having stood next to you in that suit, it's very convincing. Like you look like you're wearing a bunch of very heavy iron or something.
Awesome. Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Yeah. And it smells good too. That whole set of armor.
Splendid
Smell. It's really nice. Bill Duran, everybody. It is Chinbeard on Twitter. punishedprops.com. Stay out of trouble, dude. Talk to you later.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Is he inferring that we're bisexual? Is that what he was saying?
Bye, guys.
Okay.
You two are bye, guys.
I see how it is. Let's see what's up.
I can translate.
All right.
That guy on Twitter was wrong.
Let's get one Justin R. Young on the line and do that post-haste. Before that, though, I want to hear this one more time because I like it so much. Here we go.
Smoke weed every day.
Oh, I freaking love that thing.
These are their stories.
Oh, I'm terrible with names.
Joining us on the line now is one Justin Robert Young. Justin, good morning.
So here's the funniest part about that drop.
Oh, you're so quiet.
Here's the funniest part about that drop.
Now you're perfect.
I just put on my board for the jury podcast the hey, which is what happens right before.
Oh, really?
Smoke weed every day.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. No,
Whoa.
I'm not even kidding. Like you literally, because like I've always found that clip to be so ubiquitous that it's always just funny. Also, like it was like such a really funny way to dress up. Smoke weed every day.
Yeah.
It's just like hey. And then there's like this very elongated pause.
Our menses are in sync or something.
That's right. Yeah, you could listen to our show and then the jury show right after that and practically hear the whole song.
Absolutely.
Wow.
You know, listen, we're bringing the Chronic 2000 back.
Bringing it back. Bringing it back, baby. Well, Justin Robert Young comes on the show every Tuesday. We have a little chat. Usually it's something, I wouldn't say frivolous, but sometimes it is. But oftentimes, man, we get into the deep business, and I have no idea where it takes us each week to week. People wonder, how much do we plan? We don't plan jack. None of this is planned. We don't know.
Sometimes there's like ideas. And I think this is one of those weeks where I have like ideas for stuff. Other times it's literally just, let's roll it out there.
Ooh.
And when the ball's out there, we'll see what happens.
When you have ideas, it's always a little. I have a lot of anticipation for that. I'm feeling a little bit.
Well, this is actually stuff that we went over on Twitter. So first, how much did you guys talk about the Fantastic Four?
A little bit, not a ton. My impressions are it seems a little dark and not self-aware enough to. But it's short. It's a teaser. Who knows? There's more. There could be more to it. If you look at it purely from that perspective, Avengers 2's trailer was kind of dark and not fun looking, even though the later one where they're trying to pick up the hammer kind of improved that a little bit. But you know, so to be fair, it's not like they haven't done that too. It's just my faith in Fox and Sony and others who have these properties from Marvel don't always give me what I need, and so that's why I'm a little worried, I guess, because.
Well, and I've loved Josh Trank, and Josh Trank, who did Chronicle, was a very meditative superhero movie. So it makes sense that this is a little bit more of a meditative superhero movie. It just like, even if it's good, I just feel like I'll be like just a little bit bummed out that it's like, man, that was really good, but it wasn't exactly a Fantastic Four, right? It was like people going into space and coming back with superpowers and having angst. The movie, like Fantastic Four, at least for me, has always been really, really fun on a couple levels. They were the most prominent superheroes to not have secret identities, and were not like they had their own levels. It's almost like, in my mind, this like weird analysis of fame. You know, you have Dr. Fantastic, Mr. Fantastic, who Reed Richards, who like is using fame for maybe its best intentions. He has attention on him. He can raise money. He's rich. He's developing the science that will help the world. You have Sue Storm, who is along for the ride, and meanwhile really is like the person who's holding together everything and has to deal with everybody else's fame. You have the freewheeling, Justin Bieber fame of the Human Torch.
Johnny Storm, sure.
Like, oh my God, I can do literally anything. I'm the coolest person on the planet. I can light into flames at any time. I'm just going to be a hotshot weirdo. And then you have the ugly side. You have like what you have, somebody who is not famous but infamous in Thing, and how he has to deal with that. So it's like there's really, really rad elements that I think even in the very pop culture, like 1950s or 60s incarnation of Fantastic Four was kind of always there, as opposed to a lot of the angst that we find in comic books now that was really kind of sewn on in like the 80s and late 70s, where we wanted to write more about characters than just sort of sell t-shirts and lunchboxes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and that's always been there for Fantastic Four.
Sure, and they felt like they had to, you got a dark Batman up to sell him to an audience if they're to take him seriously. Otherwise, it's frivolous and silly, and nobody wants Adam West again. And
but also it's like we had Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
You know, like we had Frank Miller. Frank Miller was the one to say like, oh no, wait, Batman's a really screwed up person and he's weird and he's odd and he's got a lot of issues. And in many ways, he is as screwed up as the people that he is chasing down and putting into Arkham Asylum.
Sure.
For whatever reason, he just has this moral compass that it stops him from being a bad guy, you know?
Yeah.
And so then you take that and spin that into a movie and that makes sense. But it's the reason why the Superman movie, it's like, for everybody who liked the Superman movie, and I walked out of the theater liking it, it wasn't really Superman, right?
No,
it was like
it wasn't.
sad alien man.
Captain America, Captain America 1 and 2 are better Superman movies. I've made this point before, but they're better Superman movies than that Superman movie was.
Well, yeah, and they are amazing Captain America movies, right?
Yeah.
Like they are just great, dialed into. You can read that first Captain America issue and the most recent Captain America issue, and both people can come away saying, "Oh, I see something in the source material in that movie."
You know, it's funny because we're always talking about how it's okay to let people like or dislike things, and the internet culture's got to quit trying to act like if somebody doesn't like something I like, then there must be something horribly wrong, and we have to get in a big internet fight.
Yeah,
I think I understood a little bit, and I agree with that sentiment. But I think I understood a little bit more why we do that yesterday, because I had made the point that we watched Winter Soldier again last night with the kids, and was reminded how awesome it was, and what incredible fight choreography it had, and the action scenes were some of the best of that year, and blah blah blah, and that it's still my favorite Marvel movie, and it is. It's right up there. It's like real close to Guardians and Avengers, but they're all kind of right up there, wadded up together, and Winter Soldiers just wins out for me.
Yeah.
And I said this online, and a guy came back and said, really? Because of all the Marvel movies taken in total, including the Sony and whatever, all this stuff combined, it's the weakest of all of them. It's the one I hate the most. And I even take the bad Hulk movie over it, and blah, blah, blah. Now, that's fine. He's entitled to that. But it is almost impossible for my brain to parse that. Like, to say that Winter Soldier is the worst. And not just the weakest of the bunch, but still great. Like literally a terrible film. It's like, what? Who am I?
So let's break this down to a couple levels. First, it's the internet.
Yeah.
Like we are made to. I mean, I think it was Jay and Silent Bob, right? That the internet is for porn and arguing about movies.
Yeah.
That's just the element of it. And also, it's like, I think that there is just one of those things where some people just have an unrealistic hate for things sometimes. Yeah. You know, something just rubs them the wrong way, or they don't like a certain actor, they don't like a certain director, you know. There's just something weird about it that they can't let go.
Yeah.
And so at that point, it ain't about whether or not it's good. It's just about this spot that it exists in somebody's mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. And I had to let it go, and I did.
Let it go.
But it's so hard. Like, that sounded so ridiculous to me. It's kind of like saying...
It is objectively ridiculous. Okay, so let's just also get it there. There's no way that movie is worse than the bad Hulk movie.
The bad Hulk movie.
Than the Ang Lee Hulk movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's not better than the Louis Leterrier Hulk movie. It is great. It is an objectively great film.
Yeah.
So that's science fact, and he can understand. Like, he is entitled to his opinion. That's fine, but we have tested it in a lab. The science is in. The Captain America 2 rules.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand it. I still, even hearing you say that, and that feeling good to me, that washing over me as truth.
There's somebody on the internet that disagrees.
Somebody completely disagrees with me. Somebody out there thinks it's terrible. And I had other people say,
"Light of a generation, Scott."
Yeah, other people have told me that they cannot watch the Captain America movies because they really liked the Fantastic Four movies, and they don't like that Johnny Storm is now Captain America. That to me also rings of insanity.
No, you mean Sam Falcon?
No. I'm talking no.
Johnny Storm in Fantastic Four is Captain America.
Yeah,
same
Chris Evans. I know what you're talking about. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So Chris Evans, he could not deal with Chris Evans being crossover between these films, and I just,
it's weird because they're very different characters.
They're very different characters.
You think that the smarminess that kind of defined as Johnny Storm would seep into Captain America, but it hasn't.
It really hasn't, and
it's not even the only comic book characters he's played either.
That's true. The musculature of Captain America certainly did not seep over into the Johnny Storm character. He didn't put on all that muscle till later. Like, to me, they're not even the same.
No,
they don't even look the same.
They have a super serum. Called human growth hormone.
Oh, is that how that works? Okay.
Nice.
I always wonder about that. Just a quick. Here's the side note.
Oh, steroid use is rampant
in Hollywood. Is it a big deal?
Of course.
Okay.
I mean, 'cause number one, there's a safe. I mean, like if you really look at steroid research, there are safe ways to do it. You know, if you cycle appropriately and you don't overtrain, it's not, long-term harmful in any kind of, epidemic way that just hardcore super training isn't already kind of harmful.
It's also not. It's vilified, but it's not necessarily. It's not illegal. I mean, they can do this. It's not like sports where they're going to get kicked.
It is illegal, I think. Yeah, no, it is illegal, but it's also not like we're going to chase anybody down for it being illegal.
I see. I didn't know that. I figured there was some steroid therapy. I mean, outside of obvious medical uses for steroids, but where you could just take, because like The Rock, clearly he's using something. He has to be, okay, but he's not in a sport that gives a poo. Even when he's doing wrestling, they don't care. Like, in fact, they encourage it.
Actually, wrestling cares far more than Hollywood does, because wrestling, Vince McMahon got sued for it back in the early 90s. It's a lot of the reason why he they made the branding decision to call it sports entertainment and not wrestling.
Yeah.
Wrestling, even just by the name, could be regulated by local athletic boards and not want to be regulated by local athletic boards, because also it kind of shouldn't be. It has more to do with ballet than it does with cage fighting in many ways. But Vince McMahon definitely got sued. So the WWF now cares about steroids. Now, does that mean that people don't do steroids? Probably not. People probably do steroids a lot,
including Vince McMahon.
I mean, listen, go back to that. He back in the day, when he was actually like in the ring for some of that Steve Austin stuff.
Yeah.
Inappropriately jacked for somebody of his age.
Guaranteed. Yeah, pretty sure that's true. But so here's the official take. In the United States, anabolic steroids are considered controlled substances and are legally so. They can legally be used with medical prescriptions. This was determined by the Anabolic Steroids Control Act of 1990, which added anabolic steroids to the Schedule III drug list. So with prescriptions, you can take them. So I just wonder if you're Chris Evans, do you go to your doctor and go, yeah, I got to be Captain America again. I need to get a new
It's
bottle.
a medical reason.
Yeah. I guess you can, or maybe you can't. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I think you probably maybe even do it before you're going in for these kind of auditions.
Yeah.
Like if you're auditioning for G.I. Joe, you want to make sure that you look the part of G.I. Joe, especially if you're not an A-list actor. That's what I would take a guess. And then when you are cast, you make sure that you are in gasp-inducing physique for when you remove your shirt.
Yeah, it's fine. Do what you got to do, guys. But it's your small wiener. It's your funeral. You got to have the little wiener.
I mean, there is very credible scientific evidence to say that it's not even necessarily the most harmful part of like crash muscle building stuff.
Yeah.
That like you just trying to put on 30 pounds of muscle, even if you were doing it without steroids, would probably be as harmful as you using steroids on top of it. Now, if you do it responsibly and you are slowly building up muscle mass, it, there's actually steroids in general have very much been demonized.
Yeah.
I think largely because we have this weird infantile look at sports where, it's, oh, say it ain't so, Joe. Like it's this weird, like we're all kids and we need, sports athletes to be our heroes and not just rando dudes who are getting paid money to play a game.
Yeah, I've always been the opinion, like with sports stuff, after the big baseball blowout in 06 or whatever it was, and having had personal conversations with Curt Schilling about his role at those hearings where he was basically calling out all these players that were on him and all that stuff. After that whole mess, it occurred to me that the way you level the playing field and have this problem go away is just say, use whatever you want, and then everyone's on the same playing field. It may end up may end up killing them all eventually, or too early, or all those things may be true, but so will the concussions and the 400 other things that are happening. So just if you're gonna either have it be you can't do the nothing because they're going to get around it. There's going to be some version that was somebody synthetically created in Taiwan that suddenly isn't detectable for 10 years. That's going to keep happening. That's already what's happening. Why not just say, open field, let's turn it into Blurn's ball from Futurama and everybody just be whatever they're going to be and compete. Then you truly are competing on the same level. You have access to the same drugs. And so therefore, maybe you're all running, the 400 in half the time, but at least you're all doing it.
There's always been cheating in sports.
Yeah.
That's not really any kind of headline.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's where the sport wants to draw the line on what cheating they believe they can catch and what they can't.
Yeah.
The other part about it is testing and whether or not they feel that they can effectively root that kind of stuff out. Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
So we'll move this over. We'll move over this very quickly. But I know that you are tight with Schilling. Schilling, maybe next time you talk to him, we need to relax on Twitter.
Yeah,
I think he's getting a little.
Yeah, he has.
Just getting a little hot on Twitter.
He does. Facebook too. He's It's interesting because he's always been. Here's my take on it.
I got a soft spot for him, by the way, and this was before I even knew that you were friends with him through the instant stuff, but. Like even him just being a board game fanatic from way back in the day and everything and being a gamer, I've always had a bit of a soft spot for him, and obviously philosophically I probably don't see eye to eye with him, but just if you talk to him, just just relax, man. It's all right. You can put down the phone. How about get on Snapchat?
We used to
last all that long. We used to whatever he wants on Snapchat.
We used to have this conversation all the time, and that's the funny thing is he and I don't see eye to eye on many issues, and it's kind of been a hallmark of the relationship. Partially, I think, is he actually likes that. First of all, I'm not bugging him about baseball all the time and talking about the old days, but mainly it's he doesn't like. He and I could not be more opposed on a few major key issues, very key issues, and he does have this tendency to get online and just kick up a ton of dirt. The problem is everyone will then launch into attacks about what happened to 38 Studios, and they'll launch into attacks about his baseball career and him calling out friends who are doing
baseballs,
right? All that stuff. In the end, it's funny because he is really. We only physically met once. We were at BlizzCon in 2011, hanging out before all that stuff crashed, and he is the one of the nicest guys. A truly nice family guy. Who's really, wife and kids first, really sweet in a lot of ways. But man, sometimes he'll open
fired up, man.
Cans of worms.
He gets hot.
He really does, and I just think it's the competitive nature of being baseball man, and he's even admitted in public interviews 38 crashing was more about me being unwilling to lose. I never lose. And so I didn't know when.
You talked about in the Broke documentary, right?
Yeah, and a few other things where he's some articles where he said something like, I'm in it everything to win it. So when something looked like it was going a little bit south, my answer was we got this, double down. Not to invoke Bill's food, but
the double down dog, double down,
double down, and they would, and it was maybe the wrong decision, and so he's pretty contrite about a lot of that stuff, and about what lessons were learned or whatever. But man, you want to get him going about politics or, what the
religion stuff. The religion stuff is really what gets him in trouble. When you start getting out there and throwing that 98 mile heat on Twitter, it's religious opinions, are defending your own, man. And I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
You get hot. All of a sudden, somebody says something about evolution. Somebody says something about the Winter Soldier being worse than Ang Lee's Hulk. You get fired up. You just want to start fighting people.
Well, and I told him, I said,
I understand.
I told him once, I said, dude, you gotta not keep screwing up your chances to get in the Hall of Fame because you gave me this signed baseball and I want to sell that one day. So freaking start, steering straight. What are we doing here?
He'll get into the Hall of Fame because, although the baseball writers, those are really the guys that get pissed off, and he's definitely done himself no favors in terms of picking on other media members.
Yeah,
but, I would just say, it's fine. Just, I feel like he's got to do more of the stuff that he is naturally likable at. Do Let's Plays.
Yeah.
Isn't he on Twitch?
That'd be great.
He's challenging Willie Dills on Hearthstone. That's what he should be doing.
I'm not sure he's even played a game since that all crashed. I think that may have had something to do with
soured him towards the whole
him
thing.
on video games. But beyond that, he's got some great charity work he does.
Yeah.
He can be genuinely entertaining as an ESPN commentator.
Oh, no, it's great. He's great.
Yeah.
And it's that forthright attitude that kind of makes him a really good commentator, and the fact that he really knows his stuff.
Yeah.
Because very rarely is there somebody that's that physically gifted that is also that kind of cerebral and can explain things.
Yeah, he was really good on our show. Like, had always really interesting things to say. Kicked up a lot of dirt there, but not for religious reasons or other stuff. But had this way of him around him of doing that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's an interesting guy, but he I agree. He needs to.
You guys want to know
dial it
why
back.
everybody got all mad about wrestling?
Yeah, can you explain that? Just what's the Cliff Notes version of why wrestling is?
Do you want to know why people are mad, or do you want me to explain in kayfabe, in the logic of the story, what happened?
Okay, I want to know.
You can take your choice. I can either explain to you the behind this, the writer, what people are mad about, which is on a meta level.
Yeah.
Or I can explain to you within the characters as if it were a real thing. What happened?
That one, the last one. I want to hear it from people. I want to hear it from the perspective of a dude in a world where wrestling is as real as anything else. I want to hear it from the.
Damn it!
Yeah, from this guy. Where is he?
It's still real to me, damn it!
I want to hear it from his perspective. Because that's what that guy is. That was his whole deal. Somebody said that wrestling was crap, and he yelled,
It's still real to me, damn it!
So go for it.
Man, that clip, it still just delights me.
It's maybe the most impassioned freak out of all time, really.
It's just so good, and it's so of its era, and also the fact that like the wrestlers who are on that panel just immediately start consoling him. He's like, "It's all right, buddy. It's all right."
I haven't seen that. That's hilarious.
It's really funny.
No, it's great. All right, so the Royal Rumble is a annual event in which the winner, it's an over-the-top rope battle royal, where the winner gets to headline WrestleMania, which is the biggest show of the year. All of wrestling, not even just the WWE. It is the big stage for that industry.
Mm-hmm.
So, of the people that were favored to win, you had Daniel Bryan, who was the big winner of WrestleMania last year, an underdog of all underdogs, never was earmarked for the main event spot. He's a smaller guy. He's got a large beard. He connects very, very well with the fans. They all chant yes. That's the chant. They point their fingers in the air and chant yes over and over and over again. Maybe the biggest star, most popular star since like the Rock and Steve Austin kind of era.
Wow. All right.
He got injured right after WrestleMania, and he just came back 3 weeks before the Royal Rumble, announced himself eligible.
Wait, I keep having my body wants to ask questions like actual injury, but you're telling me this story from the perspective it doesn't matter. Yeah, injury is injury.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
all right.
And if we're gonna take a pause on the kayfabe machine, yes, it was a real injury that they had to work through. But in the storyline, it was also a neck injury.
All right, fair enough.
So meanwhile, the other person that is very very likely to win the Rumble, has somebody that is very, very popular with kids, is Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is he is like what a 12-year-old would think a badass is, right? He's got a sweet jacket, he's got tattoos, he's got long hair, a very a goatee with the 5 o'clock shadow, which
Wow.
is that like he kind of cares, but he also does. He was part of a big group called the Shield.
Mm-hmm.
That was bad guys, then they were good guys, and now they've broken up. He has also been persecuted by the big bad guys who run the company.
All right.
So the Royal Rumble happens.
Yeah. Was this the thing the other night?
This is Sunday,
Okay.
right?
All right.
Daniel Bryan comes out early. It's a 30-man battle royal. Each new person comes out every 2 minutes or minute and a half, I believe.
Okay.
Daniel Bryan comes out fairly early, like 10 or 11.
Okay.
Does great. Crowd's going insane. Everyone's chanting yes. Next thing you know, Daniel Bryan eliminated. This is fairly early, like halfway through the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
And it's not even like a bad guy came up and pulled him out. He just got straight eliminated.
All right.
Very disappointing. Okay. All of a sudden, the Philadelphia crowd, their hero has been taken away from them. He's not going to headline WrestleMania again. They're booing, they're screaming, they're crying.
Okay.
Roman Reigns comes out.
Uh-huh.
Kids love him.
Yeah, the kids are all into Roman.
Philadelphia,
Mm-hmm.
just to remind you, city that booed Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Not particularly big fans of Roman.
Yeah.
Roman comes out, wins the Royal Rumble.
All right.
The crowd boos.
Okay.
Mercilessly. So The Rock comes out.
Uh-oh.
Maybe the biggest star in the history of professional wrestling.
You could argue that. You could argue.
Everybody goes crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Insane. Rock very rarely comes into wrestling events anymore.
Sure.
It was a huge, gigantic deal. Everybody goes ape poop.
They could smell what he was cooking.
It certainly could.
Uh-huh.
Until he comes out and raises the hand of Roman Reigns, and even he gets booed.
Oh,
Wow.
What? You booed The Rock?
The Rock gets booed for raising the hand of Roman Reigns. Again, very popular with kids, but yet gets booed.
Uh-huh.
And that's basically in the storyline. What is the big is what that's what happened. Now behind the scenes, the problem is that Roman Reigns is fairly young. He's only really been in wrestling for a few years, and he's not particularly good at mic work, and he is a good, if not great, wrestler. So the internet community, which is what you guys probably got the brunt of,
Yeah, that's what I heard.
is very upset that he and not Daniel Bryan, who is viewed to have paid his dues and is the ultimate underdog and had to get stripped of his title and he never lost it because he got injured, should be headlining WrestleMania for his title back.
So this is, let me ask you this question. Is this akin to, I hated the end of Lost. That was the worst episode. They ruined the show by having a terrible ending. Is this the equivalent of that?
Yes.
Okay.
Except imagine Lost had been going on for 50 years and was never going to end.
Okay. So, but
and so imagine this, because the other element of this is that they had a great match for the championship earlier in that pay-per-view, and the guy who won it, their champion, Brock Lesnar, looked amazing and awesome, and the match was great. And so now, knowing that in WrestleMania, this is kind of the ending of all their storylines. So really, I'll tell you what, you know what this is? This isn't the last episode of Lost. This is the third to last episode of Lost, where if Lost was like, oh, no, wait, we're only going to make this show about Walt.
Oh, that's
Walt,
bad.
The star of the show now.
Oh, that's bad.
And we're going to kill off all the other kids. Yeah, Jack, Sawyer, Kate, Hurley. No, they all get punched out by the smoke monster and thrown into the ocean.
Okay, so but
Now
this is
about Walt.
But
and
this
Walt
is
will be your hero.
But this is a real opportunity because it doesn't end. There is no final. They just come around and fix the wrongs by some stupid story twist. I mean, that's what they'll do.
But you should mention that last year at this time, in the Royal Rumble, Daniel Bryan was very popular.
Okay.
He was not entered into the Royal Rumble, and instead, the returning Batista came back. Batista, who later went on to become a huge star with Guardians of the Galaxy later that year,
yes,
came back and won the Royal Rumble, and everybody was super pissed. So they wound up putting Daniel Bryan into the main event storyline because he was so popular and Batista was getting booed. He was supposed to be the good guy. So they can't have two people getting booed face each other in their final match of the year for their storyline. So they have to put in a good guy. They put in Daniel Bryan. So we are almost at the exact same place now, except the argument is about pushing somebody too soon as opposed to some part-time movie star guy coming back and being the hero at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but my guess is they fix it. They always fix it. I mean,
listen, It is Jake the Snake Roberts at his Hall of Fame induction last night said that his job was to professionally masturbate the emotions of large crowds.
Yeah.
That is effectively what pro wrestling is. I suspect we will be far happier with WrestleMania than we might expect as wrestling fans, than we might expect now. But at the same time, people love bitching about stuff on the internet, whether it's Captain America or
Double Downs or Kurt Schilling
and or Double Downs with hot dogs in them. People just love spreading their opinion.
That's right. Well, here's my answer.
Smoke weed every day.
There you go.
Way to bring it back around, Jury.
What'd you say, Brad?
I said, way to bring it all back around, Jury, and way to cap it off, Scott.
Yeah, there you go. We've done our work today. Justin Robert Young, always a pleasure. We've covered a lot of ground today, and I think we're all better for it. What do you got coming up? Anything cool? Anything happening?
Oh man, we got a big old episode of Night Attack tonight for you. So I don't know. This happened actually after we talked last week, but I got a mysterious friend request on Facebook from my presumed dead father.
Ooh.
What?
And there has been if you want to watch a summation of last week's episode of Night Attack, you can go to my Twitter, twitter.com/Justin R. Young, and you can find it there. Brant Gatawag Hughes made a great serial inspired montage.
Oh no.
The story thus far. It is very weird.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee you that unlike Sarah Koenig, we will definitively wrap up the Ghost Dad situation.
There will be a conclusion, is what you're saying.
There is a definitive conclusion.
Yeah.
Whether or not this person is indeed my father or a scammer, pretending to be him and looking to take me for money.
Right. That's amazing. I'm very interested in this now. You've really dropped a bomb on us. Holy crap. It must.
No, by the way, this happened last Tuesday, as is this Tuesday. This is my same schedule this Tuesday. I got morning stream, DTNS, Night Attack, right? In the middle of morning stream and DTNS, I got a planned Night Attack with Brian. So last week I'm planning Night Attack with Brian, and as you can see in the video, he was on the phone with me when all of a sudden, like any other old text alert, Facebook bleep. You have a friend request from Charles Young.
What? All right. Tune in tonight, everybody.
Night Attack tonight. And also, let me just say this. I had a really heavy episode of Jury 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you did.
I had to record. I had to do a pre-recorded episode this week, which is up now. But, man, the email I got back from that was amazing and inspiring. And I know that there are a ton of people who listen to both this show and Jury, and I just want to thank everybody for writing it. But man, yeah, you talk about some real stuff on podcasts that you have a human connection with people on. Like, it's amazing.
Oh yeah.
You give a little, you get back a lot.
Yeah.
Is just an amazing experience that I really, because I was going through some work and then this whole Ghost Dad thing over the last 4 days, I hadn't checked my email to go through everything, but it's like, insane.
Well,
so thanks to everybody who wrote in.
If the Ghost Dad turns out to be Bill Cosby, then the whole deal's off. The whole deal is off.
Then it's we move on to Leonard Part 6.
Oh, that's a good movie to not be good. Awesome. Well, tune into that tonight. Follow Justin R. Young on Twitter, of course. And Justin, I hope you have a fantastic week, dude.
Dude, you guys have a good week, too.
Bye now.
See you, buddy.
Bye. All right, Brian. That brings us near the close of this year's show.
Near it, but not to it.
Not to it.
At it.
I got one thing to play. Well, two things. This is that whole wrestling fan clip. You should just hear it. So here's the whole thing.
Next question, Jeff. Where are you? Right there.
Yeah. I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for all you've done to your bodies. It's still real to me, damn it. I mean, Thank
Take
you.
it easy, man.
Thank y'all guys. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Funk, for saying what needed to be said. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
And it ends like, I don't know why it
He
ends.
sounds like Paula Dean.
Yeah,
And that,
it totally does.
I is what I is.
And it's totally that Texas, like East Texas thing.
Yeah.
All right, and then here's someone who drunk called us. This is more for you than me.
Okay.
And this is also why you shouldn't drunk call us. So here you go.
Hey, Scott and Brian. Me and my buddies were having a couple of beers tonight. We, obviously not tonight, because you don't do these live broadcasts, but we would like to hear a cover of Deep Purple's, what is Strange Kind of Woman. We want to hear some Strange Kind of Woman. If you don't have that, any other Deep Purple cover will be awesome. Yeah, love the show, though. Goodbye.
Okay, so this is illustrative of how you should be requesting music, which is not phone calls.
I don't know. That's actually, it hasn't been done before.
Yeah.
We haven't had an audio request like that.
I'll send this to you, and you find that.
Yeah.
All right.
Strange kind of
We'll
woman.
give you this one, but normally it's tiny.cc/TMS requests.
That's right. That's the way we want you to do it.
Yeah.
Don't use that email address anymore because it just doesn't work.
Yeah, it won't work at all. You'll come off looking like
Dick poop.
All right, Brian, we are done. That's the show.
Wickedly talented.
The wickedly talented. By the way, you can leave us voicemails at 801-471-0462. Might just play them on the show. Frogpants.com/TMS is our website. We are emailable at themorningstream@gmail.com and on Twitter, Coverville, Scott Johnson, and Morning Stream. Tomorrow is Wednesday, which means Nicole and our recommendals. Tom's Tech Time, and I'm sure more will be here for that. I think that's everything.
Yes.
Long show today, folks. Good one, though. Hell of an episode.
Darn right.
Brian, why don't you now sprinkle the magic that is some sort of cover song all over our naked bodies?
Wow. Okay, we'll do. Shinobi Phoenix in the Tadpool emailed in. Good day, Shinto and Bushido. I hope this isn't too late in advance to make a less traditional birthday request. I never know how far in advance is okay without getting buried by other requests. Yeah. Short version, every year I decide on a song for myself that symbolizes goals, lessons, or messages for the coming year to accomplish, and that becomes my birthday song. So this year I've decided on 2 songs. I'm hoping you could find a cover for one of them in time, since they're a little different from what you normally play on TMS. On Tuesday, January 27th, my 34th birthday, I'd like to request a cover of either Rise Like a Phoenix by Conchita Wurst or People Like Us by Kelly Clarkson. I've seen cover videos on YouTube of both songs, but I was never sure if you could just get covers for songs like that to play or buy. If neither can be found, I'd appreciate any metal covers of Metroid songs, my favorite video game series, since Metroid Prime Trilogy comes out around my birthday for Wii U. Thank you, and get that Mendoza, yo. Signed, Shinobi Phoenix in the Tadpool.
All right.
Well, this is good. So the Conchita Wurst song, Conchita Wurst was it's either a drag queen or a transgender woman that won the Eurovision Song Contest a couple years back.
She's not the one with the beard, right?
With the beard, yeah.
Oh, okay, with the beard.
And I couldn't find a good cover of that, but I did find a good cover of People Like Us by Kelly Clarkson, covered by Alyssa Bernal and the New Velvet. This is a single that they released a couple of years ago. And it sounds a little bit different from the original, which works for me. That's kind of my barometer. I try to make it a little bit different. This one certainly does that. It is The New Velvet featuring vocals by Alyssa Bernal, and it's a cover of Kelly Clarkson's People Like Us.